Hey, I'm Midnight, I offer free coaching. If you want free coaching, all you have to do is join the Discord link in the description, enter one of the daily raffles, go to the Match ID channel, type in a Match ID, what character you played, what rank you are, and just like that, I'll get a review up in the next couple days. We do daily raffles. There's a little bit of a queue because I just switched to doing a Discord system, but they will start next Sunday. I also hope to move to a system where the more you enter the raffles, the higher chance you have to win. People who are joining more consistently are able to get reviews and more rewarded for that. But currently, in its form right now, it is just a standard raffle. Today, we are reviewing this Archon Wraith. They said they are new to Mobas and we just appreciate the help. Since they're new to Mobas, I'm going to focus a lot more on macro than micro and general mechanics. I would normally do this for this type of rank, but I'm going to go really hard on like skipping around and just mostly critiquing the general MOBA macro that someone new to macro might not know. If there are any terms that are like MOBA-y specific, like weak side or stuff like that, I will explain them in depth. Okay, so we are Wraith Haze lane into 7's Warden. Obviously, Wraith has a lot of damage. If we can hit Haze Sleep Dagger, I don't expect double melees at this elo, but we'll see. If we get one, I will be very impressed. Also, I did, looking at the stats, the beginners went 0-14, so I think I can take a guess as to why this game might have been hard. Okay, immediately focusing on wave, I like that. We could... Oh, nice, you get to deny. One thing I was going to say is you could stop shooting that minion for a second to look for your deny first. But if you want to just like trade minions, it's not a bad call. It's just if you kind of have an ego and want to say you're better than the other player, you can just go for that deny and then kill your own minion, although you are putting them both up to essentially 50-50. Going back a second, I will say we did hear this Warden. We hear him throw his flask, and I think at this point our reaction is a little late. I mean, he is jumping over us. But I don't know your audio balance, but audio is extremely important in this game. For a long time, I played with my audio at like literally like 2%, I think, and I just didn't pay attention to audio at all. But it would help. Like, again, you might just, I mean, I get the chaos of the fighting can kind of hear, hard to hear, but it is helpful to have your audio a little tuned up if you didn't hear that. Just so you can hear stuff like that. Flask and get on this Warden a little sooner, which you might have been able to save your Wraith if you could. It's a good trade, though. Yeah, we TP out. That's fine. I don't know if we needed to use our TP to get out, but I do think we do lose the trade to the 7, so it's not bad. You just, we have to play pretty passive for the next 40 seconds, which can be a bit unfortunate. Okay, this is something that might be a little difficult for me to explain, but I'll try my best. Basically, the second we lose our Haze here, we don't want to be pushing this wave, because like every minion you kill, right now the wave's neutral, and he's the 7 is hitting the wave a lot, so it's gonna be pushing into you. But every minion you kill, you're not splitting the XP with your Haze, so you're basically losing half of the souls that come from killing this minion. And same with 7s. Every minion he kills, he's basically losing half of the souls that would come from the Warden. So what I recommend doing is just wait, maybe try to poke the 7s a bit. Obviously, if a minion is doing the like white flashing animation, you want to last hit him and then collect it. But for the most part, you want to let this 7s push the wave, because say he kills all 4 of these minions and you just have to kill 1, you're now up basically. I mean, I don't know the exact soul numbers on my head, but these probably drop like, I don't know, 100-ish souls right now. You basically just gave yourself a 300 soul advantage by not letting it split to that Warden and allowing these 3 minions to split to your Haze, if that makes sense. It's a little hard to explain. Basically, when we don't have a teammate or anyone here to soak up the farm with us before 8 minutes, before it becomes where farm isn't split anymore, it is very important and good to try to not kill minions and just wait for a teammate to arrive. This is also true when your teammate is doing like a camp or something, if they're not close enough to get XP, or when they are roaming. This Warden is coming back to these 2 minions, while your Haze is coming back to 0, which is, it's not, I mean, it's, like I said, probably a couple hundred souls. It's not major, but it does add up, especially this early in lane. And it can make an impact to like one ability or one item. I also noticed at this point we're not doing much right now. Wave is pushed pretty deep. It's going to push into you. I assume our Haze is bought. Yeah, our Haze bought Ammo Scavenger. That's, if you guys don't know, in duo lane, Ammo Scavenger is a pretty good item. They nerfed it, but it's still a pretty good item in solo lane. In duo lane, it's a lot harder to keep stacks up, so it is not recommended to buy in duo lane. Especially I haven't seen many Hazes buy it. But as a Wraith, I would say at this point, I mean, even in general, we're sitting on 1k and waves push pretty far. We aren't really, sorry about that acrobat pop-up. We're not really going to be doing much by pushing up with this wave. We should just be resetting, going to shop. Like any opportunity like this, we just where our wave is kind of pushed up, or we know wave is going to push onto us. We just want to take a second and be like, hey, what do we need to do right now, right? Do we want to collect a couple boxes, do a little camp? Do we have like, are we sitting on, you know, two items essentially? And just allowing yourself to get that item is pretty important. Your Haze is playing pretty aggressive right now. I mean, you're probably going to reset for item here, I'd assume. Which is, I mean, this is fine. Yeah. Oh, you should be backing off right now to buy item. Like, it's not, I don't know. It's not awful to stay for that first wave. I did see the minions a little bit. It's not, like, objectively better to reset for item, but I'd say at this point, it definitely is. Like, now you obviously need to catch this wave, but that's, like, 2 opportunities you've had in between waves where you've had a time you could reset. Now you're sitting on 3 items. You're taking a fight. This fight is always... Even though you are up on souls in the warden, he has 2 full items on you. Or I guess tier 1 items on you. So even though this looks positive, he is going to be doing a lot more to you than you are to him. Do you? Yeah, you get out. You're buying now. Okay. For the most part, I don't play Wraith, so I'm not going to critique the buying. But one of the best items in this game is Healing Right. It is... just the fact being healed to full over, or not, I mean basically full early game over 19 seconds is very important, very useful. I would say a general rule of thumb is right now you're below, I mean you're at like 20% HP, I'd say generally even below 40% HP, you want to buy Healing Right. Because right now you are probably going to die if you're like playing aggressively, and you've put yourself now with buying, like yes, extra regen is good, but it's not, with how low you are, it's not going to keep you up. And I would say at this point you should, when you're coming to shop at this low, below 40% HP, you should, like for any player, you should be deviating from your build and buying Healing Right. Because I have a strong feeling that you're going to die here. I mean, I guess Warden's pretty low, I'm playing pretty ego, you could card him. But it is, like, you're playing pretty risky right now. That's a good kill, but I mean, it was a bit close, but you didn't get the kill, so that's a good kill. Right now, okay, you buy Healing Right. I mean, that's good. You shouldn't be pushing up here. Like, your Healing Right's probably just gonna get shot off by the 7s, right? Yeah, I mean, he shoots it off. Another note is, like, that is a good play to buy Healing Right, but we should have just bought it on that first round of items. And then secondly, once we Healing Right, we should just be backing up. I think our Haze is probably gonna buy Healing Right too. If I had to guess, let's see. Nope, she does not know how to buy Healing Right. That's a little unfortunate. At this point, I mean, oh, Warden's back. Okay, we did not see him, so I'm not gonna fault you for that. But at this point, this wave is pushing in. We have nothing. Their wave's here. It's probably gonna meet at bridge, maybe even under tower, or not bridge, at stairs, maybe even under tower. We should be 3 minutes in, almost 4 minutes in. This is the point where, again, we should be taking that second to be like, hey, stepping back and be like, hey, what do we need to do? We don't have enough to buy, but I would say, hey, we could do a box run. I mentioned this in my last video, but you can get these 2. These are just box runs I like. Then come to melee these, melee this, come back. It's a quick little run. You could also grab the camp right here, which is probably better if it's up, and grab this camp. Okay, Infuser, that's good. One thing I'll say is, again, I don't super know Wraith builds, but for the most part, I see, like in my list, Wraiths always will buy Infuser like first or second, and then just stack up like 3 cards in one shot. It's always me who they one shot, and it's really annoying. So a little thing is you might want to think of buying Infuser a little earlier. We also see, yeah, this is good. We want to grab wave here, but we see Warden's low. If he overstays, right now we have 3 cards. He should be pretty dead. I would say even if we see him like poke out for a second, like on this bridge or wherever, we could even just like TP on him and then try to just double guard him. Should kill him. Yeah, we have ult too now. So at this point, yeah, I don't mind doing this camp. I think this is a good time to do camp. You just push wave. They aren't going to meet for a second. It does look like Warden's staying. So I'd say at this point, we also need to be aware, which I assume you are, that you have ult. No one else in this lane has ult. You are like huge in this lane right now. You should just be walking up to, I mean, honestly, walking up, killing the Warden, and then ulting the 7s. But you should just be walking up and ulting them, and it's a free kill. Wraith ult is very strong, very easy to use. I would say we should have, we were already at 3 camps going into the, or 3 cards going into that camp. I would say we should have carded first, and then we could have gotten 2 minions. They're going on you. I mean, this is great for you again. Like, we have ult. We should just be pressing ult. That's unfortunate. I mean, your haze is low, but honestly, I think if you ult there, you can just kill him. But yeah, so right now you get ult from his camp. Sorry, I got a little lost in the VOD. My back button took me forward and I just got confused. I would say, yeah, you should be carding here. And then, like, carding into the camp and then killing those 2, walking out. We go pretty aggressive on the 7s. I would say a little awareness to our, like, I get we know Warden's low and we want to kill him. He's healed a lot. Only, I guess he has extra regen. That does feel like a lot. And I wouldn't expect Sling Hex at this point in the game either. And I would say we should just be clicking ult on him here, pressing both our cards, like we kill him. And then I don't think Sevens has the DPS to kill, I guess with Ball Cage, she definitely does. But you trade at that point. I would say just awareness of, hey, you have your ult, none of them do, and also you have 2 cards, like Ultis Warden, double card him, he's dead. Also, especially if you pop Infuser too, but I get using actives can be a lot to manage. Taking this fight, I mean, this is, yeah, he wastes slowing X, but it's a pretty negative fight. You want to walk back? I don't like this reset personally. I think walking back is fine. I can understand the teleport if you're really afraid. Movement's like a little sloppy, but that'll come with time. I would say the one thing is, yeah, your haze is back. You are like, I mean, you have extra regen. You're probably 70% HP. You should just be coming back to this pillar and just waiting a second, because now they're gonna dive your haze. Doesn't look like they kill her, but you're also missing this wave. Like it's, I don't think you need that reset. Oh, you're already back. So you must have boosted back, which is fine, I guess, if you boosted both ways. But again, I just don't think you need to reset for that much HP. These are good kills. Let's see. I mean, I assume you pick her up. Yeah, I mean, our haze gets caught out aggressive. So this is, I don't, will you live? I guess, yeah, you have TP. Yeah, you live. She just plays too aggressive. That's, I mean, that's unfortunate. I don't think there's much you can do there. Honestly, I think, yeah, you played that well. You're Wraith, you can TP out. I would say you maybe even should just walk away and not even, like, just watch her die. But with your TP, you're pretty unpunishable because the character, so it's not that bad to just walk up. Obviously a little couple misses, but I mean, just play the game, your aim will improve. This full auto, I don't know about it. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a bad engage. Your Wraith is, my brain just confuses Wraith and Haze, I don't know why. Your Haze is back, but you're kind of engaging and using your full auto before she gets there. She doesn't get the full auto buff. Obviously, I mean, I think, you know, that's about healing, right? Popping it while you're in the 7s ball. Let's see, I mean, yeah, this is fine. Playing aggressive on the Warden, I think. Oh. I mean, yeah, you just kind of do Wraith things. And then... Oh, that sucks, he lives. Oh, surely, yeah, you... Oh, that sucks. I mean, you're a little aggressively positioned, but I think that's fine. I would expect to kill him too. Sucks he lives on 1. I mean, you get the assist, so it's not that bad. A little aggressive on the positioning. You didn't really have any teammates that close that could back you up, but I mean, I get going for that kill. So right now, I would say we see, like, I mean, they have, what, 3 on this lane? We don't have, we're 13 minutes in the game and only 1 Guardian's taken. That's kind of, like, I don't, that looks pretty bad. Wraith has really strong split because our full auto can just kind of delete towers. I would say right now, we see 3 here. We know we just killed 1. Like, there's only 2 alive. We have teammates. We should be either... I get if, like, Yamo and Krill might be going to split here, but we should be trying to split this tower. Yeah, this is a good split. I like splitting here. We see the pocket. We see Abrams. Yeah, we know everyone's not here. We're fine. QSR on our cars. Yep. We back off. Perfect. Oh, that's, yeah, jumping on that rope is a little hard. Oh, your TV gets canceled. That sucks. I mean, I would say don't, when you know, like, because even if Warden didn't pull up, I'm pretty sure with where 7s was, he could have shot you off. I would say you should just TP and then, like, try to jump on the rope. That, I would say that is a lot of, I see this a lot in, like, Archon Elo, is a lot of people just kind of go to the ropes. It's like a safe haven. But you should only really be grabbing the rope if you know no one's nearby. Or what I like to do is you can, like, grab the rope for, like, a split second and then hop off. And that way you get the, like, a little movement speed if you slide after, but you aren't really in that much danger of getting shot off. I am skipping around this VOD a decent amount more than the last one, but the last one ran way too long, so I'm still trying to find my style. My apologies. Let's see. I mean, we're going to this fight. This is fine. I mean, again, like, I mean, I guess it's only 14 minutes in the game, but it is still weird that, I mean, we've only taken 1 tower. They've taken 2. Yeah, good. We sub 7's ult. We get pocketed on. There's 2. I think we live, right? Looks like we live. Maybe not. We're fine, yeah. I mean, that's good. I like going to that fight. He's still trying to dive. I mean, This is pretty troll on this part. I think you should kill him, right? Oh, you should be shooting him there. You kill him, but that was closer than it needed to be. The second he's stunned, like you're a Wraith, you should just be you like should just be shooting him. Even you can shoot like through your own walker. You might not have seen him, which I understand. But you should just be like you know the walker is going to like jump down and stun him. You should be ready for you're BMing him. Okay, I understand that. I understand that with that one. But we should just I think we should just be like ready for the walker to stun him and ready to just shoot the shit out of him. From this camp, I mean this is fine. Again, I don't know Wraith hitboxes, but I think if you card the wall like here on these bricks, you can hit both of these like minion camps. So that is one thing I would say we could be doing. Like if I'm in this game right now, I guess we really are only 15 minutes in. This VOD is pretty short, or well, I guess it's like 30 minutes. It's not that short. Let's see, it's yeah. But I would say like right now I would really want to flex slot if I was like anyone on your team. So I would think I noticed we're a lot of the time on this side of the map. Like I get we're fighting here, but there isn't really an objective. Like no one's picked up Earn yet, no one's cashed Earn. So I'd say we should start gravitating towards the right side of the map. And like we're a Wraith, like I said, we have strong split. Just play here, like try to push this lane in. Don't necessarily, if you don't see anyone, don't go for the tower. But even like you have 3 teammates here, they're probably gonna brute force the tower. You could be there to brute force the tower with them. Yeah, it looks like they pick you up the flex a lot, but I would just say even earlier than this, I like maybe, I don't know, 13 minutes in, I'd be pretty like, hey, I want to flex a lot at this point and start playing on this side of the map. You're grabbing this wave, I mean, that's good. Your Krill is here to get it, but you are Wraith, so it is better to have it on you. Oh, they killed Krill, he's getting chased in the lines. Fine fight. I mean, you're pretty ahead in souls. What's your KD? 5 and 5, not bad. I will say, 60 minutes 5 and 5 Wraith is pretty like I mean that's a long 5 deaths is a pretty long time to be dead. And I mean 5 kills is good, but it does mean you're pretty involved in fights, which is fine. Although I will say as a Wraith, you're a pretty hyper farmy character. And I would say you should honestly like be spending more time in jungle. Like again, there's like these 2 side camps up, like this tier 3. I see like I mean these ones are kind of dangerous, but this tier 3 as well you could farm. Ulting, yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean that's unfortunate. I would say I would say a little awareness towards where the walker's health is, but I wouldn't expect him to ult you like that while you have like teammates that could support you either. So that's unfortunate. At this point, yeah, I mean we're farming. That's good. I mean we are pretty like I don't know if you look how it's okay. In fairness, it's fairly fed. Never mind. I don't know a point to make then. I thought he was gonna be similar KDs, but just have been farming. We're getting waves. I think I'm generally seeing this in this game. Like, I've seen this a lot kind of in my elos too. But, like, we're 17 minutes into the game. We have Wraith Haze on our team. 2 very hyper farming characters. And McGinnis who can even ult them. But, I mean, judging by the KD, I'm just going to not count this person as a character. We should be grabbing these tier 3s. Tier 3s give, like, I don't know, 900 souls. And as a Wraith, we can farm them pretty quickly, especially with Infuser, triple card. Like I would say, we should be gravitating towards these tier 3s, at least by like, I don't know, 14-ish minutes. I don't play hyper farming characters, but in my lobbies, I tend to see the tier 3s gone by like 14, 15 minutes when I'm with good hyper farmers. I don't know. I think that TP was bad. There's no reason to get here faster. You're Mirage, it's not in a fight. And now you are, like, this ability is so important. You can make, like, any mistake and just get out of jail free. Unless, like, Warden Swing Hexes you. But, like, you can make so many mistakes and just, like, you're completely unpunished. So I'd say now you have 45 seconds. You basically saved yourself, like, I don't know, 3-second run. And now you have 45 seconds where if this Abram goes on you, yeah, you don't have your TP to get out. You have your ult, you do a lot. But I think, okay, you get out. But, like, if you didn't have that much Mirage support or if the Abrams didn't stop going on you, he could have just killed you. And it's just like not having that TP up is pretty bad. I mean, Warden might kill you now, yeah. You get slowing hexed. That's good movement. Honestly, I like the 2 double jumps to get out of the cage. Okay, we're coming to tier 3s now. I mean, it's good to farm tier 3s. Also, you like, but I would say the second you get Tesla bullets, which I don't know quite when you got them, but I did see them about at like the 17-minute mark. We should be just like, in our head, we buy Tesla bullets and we go for tier 3 camps if they're up. I would say like that's a really good thing to ingrain as far as farming. And just as a Wraith or hyper farming character, or like who buys like Tesla bolts, it's like if we buy Tesla bolts earlier, we want to farm, so we're gonna immediately go to tier 3s. Minor note on your farming is you could. I'm not a Tesla bullets player, so I know this works with Ricochet, but I'm not 100% with Tesla bullets. I think you can target the medium minion in the middle and kill them like all just a little bit faster. Probably saves you like a second. You get jumped. Here I'd say you're a little late on your TP. And then also you kind of walk back into the Ivy Bomb. I mean, this is more micro. You get stunned. Like, a little awareness, the fact that you're walking into the Ivy Thorns, it's just pretty. It's like a lot of damage. We should be trying to press this into a walker right now. Yeah, I mean, you're making the right call. You want to shove this. Very, very small note. If you double click, or if you click on the walker, it will say, like, let's push blue. Again, very minor. But it just kind of, like, that pinging can kind of just show your intentions more, which helps. This, you should not be farming this camp. You should be walker first and then getting the camp where you're walking out. 100%. Walker takes more priority than this camp. And yeah, now Ivy can cut too, and it's just kind of unfortunate. I think that card was a misclick. Now they're jumping on you. You get, yeah, good TP. Just preemptively TP. Don't grab. Oh, a little early on the rope grab. I would say you should drop back and then grab it just in case, because they might be watching your TP. It's not like, I don't think you're really in that much danger if you get stunned there, but it is just, I mean, that stun can suck and do a little damage. Yeah. Welcome this fight. Metal Skin, we ult him. Yeah, I don't mind the ult. Oh, looks like we accidentally ult tab. That sucks. That sucks. I can tell that's like your game lags or you ult tab. That's really unfortunate. It's a small thing. Like, it's very small. But when you're, like, farming this wave, since you're a Wraith, like, you are right here. I think if you literally toss one card at one shot to this small camp right now, and you have Tetsuable, so it's like, you know, a 2-second farm, I would just say if you're walking by this and you're already here, I know you want to shop, which is good. I mentioned, like, shopping is very important, but, like, I would say just take a second to, like, card this camp or shoot this camp and just get that little extra boost in souls. Very small, but if you're, like, next to a camp, you might as well farm it. Like you built so far, you're doing a great job filling your slots. I know a lot of people in the Deadlock will have like open slots at this point. And filling your slots at like, you know, I mean, I guess we're 30 minutes deep, but like at like, I don't know, 20 minutes, 22 minutes is pretty good. We're doing a good job farming. Doing a good job using our cards. We come to this fight. It's a good ult. I like the aggressive TP, especially to get on him. But now you're kind of caught in a bad spot without your TP. Yeah, you're dead afterburn. I don't mind the aggressive TP. I think there was a slight mechanical area. Will my skip back ones work? Oh my god, it actually works this time. Okay, this is convenient. I like this TP. I think there's a slight mechanical error, and I think you should be TPing like more like over, you know, try to TP over here, especially if you can get on this other side of the veil, and then just like beam him, card him, get out. But I mean, that's a small thing, and I don't think you meant to clip on this wall, so you know, small mechanical thing. But her hitbox, like the hitbox of throwing the TP is just. It's weird since you're in camera third person, but it flows from like your character's first person. So just, you know, it's good to take kind of a wide berth of walls, but also you're in a fight, so I totally get being a little hectic there. Reset. Also, I'm going to go back after this and look at a little more of the like in-game macro, because I feel like I skipped on a little too much. One thing is like I love doing this coaching sessions for free, but my last one I spent like way too much pausing and not skipping around, and now I did like a little too much skipping around and not enough pausing. So you guys are kind of the victims of, since it's the start, I am going to be very like new, like finding how the best way to do this. So you know, I apologize for the next bit. It's going to be a little like sloppy, but yeah, I mean, we're going to fight. We get 7 ult. Good TP. I like the TP. It's good. You're really good at using the TP as like your panic button. I mean, at this point, okay. They just knocked Patron. Yeah, we have no teammates respawning. Generally, I would say since we're like generally we don't want to fight while we're down numbers, but since your teammates are on a 30-second respawn and they just knock Patron, like I don't think this Mo and Krill is gonna respawn before they end the game, so you do kind of have to try to fight. I get if you wait till it knocks and then you like try to like card them while they're on like finishing it in pit. We'll see. I mean, it's kind of like at this point, I mean, the game's basically lost, but. Impressed. You go aggressive with TP. I mean, you're in a good spot. They're noticing you. It's a little ego to. Well, actually, I would say it's really ego to aggressively TP in like that. But I mean, clearly your ego is worth it because you're getting a lot. Your TP's almost back. You're gonna live. I mean, but now they're all alive. They're not Patron yet. To be. Yeah, there's the Abrams ult. Nice, good parry. Oh, that sucks. He gets stunned. I mean, good parry. I was gonna say that, you know. Okay, so we're gonna go back and look at a couple more macro things. I kind of skipped around with your like kills and deaths, but I want to look more at these long stretches of nothing and see what's happening. Because in theory, I should be saying farming. Jumping with some furnace. I like jumping with some furnace. Okay, sorry, we're back. Keep X up. Yep, this is good. I know a lot of players who would overchase that in furnace and then lose this. Like even if they get the kill, they lose this double wave. So I think it's great that you're going for farm here. 11 minutes in, your build is pretty full. I like this. I like this a lot from you. We're gonna farm now. I assume we're just gonna see some farming macro. It is. I mean, I guess you just don't do it. Does Wraith really not farm that quick before testables? I guess not. I guess we're pretty early in the game. We're pushing this wave. I should turn on minimap to what you see. So yeah, I mean, this is a good wave push. If Furnace catches this, but we know there's a lot. I mean, this ult is kind of, I don't think we're ever gonna kill him here. It's kind of a waste of an ult. Maybe he's that close to tower. Good TP out. Oh, wait, this is an overchase on his part. I think you turn and punish him, honestly. Let's see. I mean, you're down on him. I guess you don't have TP and he has ult. Yeah, never mind. Running away is the correct play. Oh yeah, going in. I mean, I would have made this mistake, like I said, because I have an ego, but he doesn't have ult up. Never mind, this is good. I don't know if you noticed he doesn't have ult up, but if you did, this is great. If you didn't and you just happened to go in, I would say... Actually, no. I'm assuming when you were walking back, you looked, you saw his ult wasn't up, and you went in. That's like perfectly played. You did a lot. Got a lot of damage. The main thing I would critique is that ult under tower. Like, you're barely getting it. You didn't get like anything with it besides like what the 100 damage it does. So that could have been a lot better. We're resetting. That's fine. I do notice we're resetting a lot with healing right on cooldown. I feel like... I mean, we're in just, like, even looking at this timeline, we're in a lot of fights for a Wraith. Like, there should be a lot of farming going on. And the biggest breaks I see, like, the timeline are just when you're dead. So I'd say, honestly, I don't think you're farming enough, just generally. Okay. This is... When you're farming a camp like this, again, this is a very minor thing that'll save you a second. You don't want, like, when you have Tesla bullets, you don't want to just target one minion. You want to like get this minion to like half, maybe less, and then switch to the next minion. So that way while you're killing this minion, your Tesla bullets are still doing damage to the minion you've already gotten low. And then when this one's like, I don't know, a quarter, you want to switch to this one. And that way you're just maximizing the DPS you're doing to the camp. Since right now camps don't really do that much damage. That could change. But right now they don't do much damage at all. So you want to be switching your target and not finishing them off with your bullets. Ideally, yeah, that was pretty perfect how you switched over. I mean, that was 2 card, but that was still like... If you weren't carding, that would have been perfect. Like right here, yeah, you should just be switching around. You get jumped, TP out, good, yeah, panic button it. I mean, I would also say you really like the aggressive farm. I noticed this in the 7s VOD I reviewed yesterday, but like there's a lot of these passive camps that we just aren't really taking, which I think are like we should definitely be taking these. Especially because like right now, like we're very just kill oriented for playing a very farmy character, a very farm based character. I would say, I mean, yeah, we're not doing that much in this fight. We're just kind of like here and not doing anything in the fight. I mean, at this point they're 5-manning. Your team, I mean, yeah, this is a team fight. Obviously, you're gonna be in this. This is good. Yeah. What was like? You're using your TP as a panic button really well, but I am noticing there's a lot of times where you're needing a TP. Like, you shouldn't be here as a Wraith when they're all kind of, like, pressed up. Like, you should be in the backline. Having your TP is good, but don't let your TP allow you to, like, continue mispositioning. Sevens does a weird... Was he a Majestic Leap? Bro, what? I think Sevens are just weird. Sevens who build for his ult are so interesting. that's all. I'll just put it that way. Unless, oh, I guess they have an Ivy. Maybe they're doing, like, Ivy 7 shit. I mean, our team's dead. We shouldn't be fighting here, which I don't think we do. Are we going to farm? Honestly, that'd be... We're boosting to split? Or we want bridge buff, I think? Yeah, we want bridge buff. Okay, this is good. Okay, you TP, that's fine. I'm actually... Here. I'm gonna demonstrate something. Okay, so if we go into a game, and I'm just gonna choose... Where's Mirage? There's Mirage. We go into a game... Oh, I need... Zip in a decent place. Okay, this is... Am I gonna have to play the fucking game? Okay, be right back. I'm gonna have to play the fucking game for a second. Okay, so I just had to kill this Guardian real quick. I know in the replay we're coming from this direction, but I'm gonna demonstrate just coming down because it's a little easier. But if you don't know, if you use control to get off the zip line, you will have 0 air resistance for 3 seconds, I think. So what does that mean? It means you just like Okay, I don't want to waste my stamina. I'm going to show this. It means you can like move quickly, you dash, and you just have really good air momentum. So what you can do, I like this kind of this wall jump I do off bridge, which it's actually not like it'll take some practice, but you just do it in games. You try to get it done, and you'll get better at it. If I use my boost, when we come to this wall, we're gonna use control to get off the zip line. We stop when we're close. We dash. Okay, I kind of messed it up, but you get the idea. Again, I should be able to demonstrate it one more time with this boost. And like I said, it's a little hard to do with boost. I typically don't, but it is faster and does look better with boost. And also you were boosted, that's why I'm demonstrating like this. You control off, you dash, you double jump, then you wall jump. There we go. That can be great movement tech. Also, if you want to land on the bridge while you're in the air, you use a melee to cancel your momentum. That, like I said, honestly, I still need to practice that a bit. You could see I messed it up at first. But it is like great movement tech for getting in very quickly. And then if anyone was to contest your bridge buff, you still have your Wraith TP to get out or get to safety. My apologies, I'm a little tongue-tied. I'm going to demonstrate it without boost. You want to get on this wall. You want to control to get off the zipline. You want to dash. You want to double jump. You want to wall jump. And then you're there, having made it at the very end. And that's doing it without any boost, without zipline boost, and you make it. It does take some practice though. So it is, you know, like I said, you can just practice it in game if you want. If you want, you can go into a custom. Although, as you can see, like I am kind of struggling, and like it's kind of painful. I don't have good like settings, like cheat settings right now. The route I do if I'm going in the other direction is a lot worse, but I will demonstrate it because I think it is good to know. However, like I said, it is significantly worse because that building is much better for wall jumping, and the zipline goes further. You go, you dash, you double jump off this building, and you get like, I don't know, 40% of the way there. You just do a dash roll and you're there. Anyway, that's just a little movement tech I want to demonstrate. Sorry, I demonstrated a little sloppily. I haven't played any games today, so I'm not very warmed up. I think I'm nearing the end of this VOD, and I do want to say my apologies on skipping around so much. Like I said before, I'm just still kind of finding my style. But I would say, like right now, the biggest mistake I'm finding is like, I can just see it immediately, is just this timeline. Like as a Wraith, I mean, I guess here's fine, but like there are so many marks on this timeline. Like this is landing stages is fine, but like right here, from like here to here, there's just like way too much. Even here, there's way too much clutter. Like we should be farming a lot more than we are fighting. I mean, obviously we want to fight with our team, but our primary focus as a Wraith should be to farm. And I want to say, if you don't like that style, 100% you can just switch up the character. But Wraith is very farmy, and like, I mean, let's see, where are you at the end of the game? You're at 28k. Yeah, you're one of the like least farm people on your team, aside from like, you know, your two teammates are kind of inting, which, and like obviously your KD is like good, it's fine. But the Inverness is really fed, so it's not as comparable. And even the Sevens is also fed and has comparable farm to you. But I would say a big thing is like, I'm just noticing a lot of time where we're like looking for fights or getting little fights. And yeah, getting a kill is great, but as a Wraith, you kind of want to spend more time just kind of sitting in your jungle farming. I'm not a hyper farmy, like I don't like hyper farming characters. And honestly, if people are trying to improve, I don't recommend hyper farming characters. But if you are like dead set on like you really like the playstyle of playing someone hyper farming, then I recommend you just got to get more into farming and less into fighting. Especially like the laning space is fine, laning stage is fine. You want to be like there for team fights with your team, but in between these team fights when like there's no objective, which actually I don't think a single urn was ran this game if I'm correct, or mid. Oh, it looks like mid boss is down now. I don't think anyone ran urn, or if they are, they were very far in between. When there aren't really objectives, or like they don't have urn and we're just kind of fighting over nothing, we should be just or if they're just like fighting, we should be either pushing a wave, trying to split, or in our jungle farming. Also as Wraith, if we see like 3 or a lot of our teams fighting, we should just be like, hey, choose a lane, let's split it. Like, let's get this walker, you know? Because like, Wraith just melts walkers. That's one of her greatest strengths. And I saw a little splitting from you. Like I said, there was one point where your team was fighting here, and I pointed out, and you did a great job splitting. But in general, I think there was just a little... Oh, the camera's falling. In general, I think there was just a little too much time spent farming with your team, you know? I'm actually 100% going to do this as a thumbnail. Okay, so overall, I would say you played pretty well, especially your laning stage. The biggest thing I would say is just being aware of how many souls you have. That being when you have over 500, so you can go to shop and buy, or you went in this game where you hit ult first, and you had a big advantage that you didn't really press of getting that ult first. Just being aware of how many souls you have, how many souls your opponents have. But other than that, your laning was pretty good. In the mid to late game, I do think we should have seen more farming from you. There was just a lot of team fighting, and like you were getting kills, yes, and you were only dying a little bit. But if you're playing like Wraith, Seven, Haze, any of these Inverness, any of these hyper farmy characters, I think it's pretty important you're spending a decent amount of time in jungle or splitting on a lane, as I'll go more into a little later, instead of just continually going to a team fight or trying to take a fight. And secondly, this is a smaller one. I put this in mid to late game. This is also laning. You messes up in laning, but I also saw you did this a couple times in the mid game. It's just like you kind of used healing right and then would immediately get it shot off, and then you'd have to reset because you didn't have a way to heal. I would just say be more conscious of like using your healing rights when you're doing a camp. Real quick, editing midnight here, I phrased that a little confusingly. I mean, you should do it when you're doing a camp and not during a fight. That kind of sounds like I'm saying not to do it during a camp, so my apologies. And this one's a little complicated. I don't quite know how to word this, but there's a lot of times where you're mispositioned in team fights, but because of your TP, you're able to get out for free. But I would say you still need to keep in mind that you are mispositioning in these team fights, and then when you're overusing your TP, like that one time in mid, or just using your TP a little too much in general, it can put you in a pretty vulnerable spot. So I'd say, like, obviously if you're mispositioned and you get your if you TP out for free, then you just start kind of in a spot also where now you have to remember your TP is down. So also I'd say very much remembering when your TP is down and not playing as aggressive. And then lastly, splitting. I didn't see that much splitting for me, but Wraith is like, if you're going for this is Wraith specific. If you're playing Wraith, she is very, very good at splitting, and she just melts walkers. Like if you're gonna play Wraith, you should be, when you can, going to a side lane and just trying to melt a walker or pull them over instead of going to those fights. Which also kind of comes in or hand in hand with the more farming, which because if you go in that side lane, you get the walker, you get the waves, you will be more farmed than if you went and took a fight with your team. I'm not saying avoid team fights, but just if there's like a small skirmish of like, I don't know, 3 people in a duo lane, maybe go to the other solo lane and just try to get their walker or do some damage, or at least get some pressure that forces them off. So this one was a little, like, I don't know, I feel like there isn't that much, but also I feel like you played pretty well. And then, I don't know, I'm still, like I said, just trying to find my style fully in this coaching. And also, I know people were saying they wanted a Discord, or to get, like, more like-minded people, and people have wanted Discord in the past. I had one in the past, but then I ended up kind of moving past it when I thought I was moving on from content. But now I'm back, and I think I am going to start the process of creating a Discord, but I will not be very active in it. It'll more be for, like, a group of like-minded people, because I'm working full-time. I'm in a committed relationship, and I'm doing this. I do not have much extra time, so I probably will not be very active or typing in it very often, but I'd be happy to make one for people who just want to have like-minded people around. And then also, I think I'm already starting to get a little bit of queue of people who want VOD reviews, which, don't get me wrong, if I said you're in queue, if I reply to your comment, say like, hey, you're in queue, I could probably get it out like this day or whatever, that means like that will not change. But I think eventually the queue might get a little too long, and there's gonna need to come a point where it's like, okay, after everyone I said has their review, like we stop and we switch to like Discord. Like, I don't know, I know Woohoojin does like a raffle type thing where the more you enter, the higher chance you have. So you still have like, you still will like get it guaranteed after like I don't want to say a week. I don't know how often it does it, but if you're like entering every day for a while, you'll still get it. But that way also, or someone doesn't like request a review and then just kind of forget about the channel like a week later, you know. So I think I do want to move to that eventually. That's kind of down the line. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. It means a lot if you watched this far. I'm liking doing these reviews a lot. Definitely liking trying to find the style. I've never really enjoyed editing in my YouTube journey, so I mean, I have in a couple of projects, but I am enjoying it with this. So it feels good. Like I'm definitely making this for the sake of enjoying making the content, enjoying helping people improve, which I think is a lot better than before when I was doing YouTube. And I just was making it kind of like solely focusing on views and all that shit. So thank you. I really appreciate it. I'll start the works on Discord. Probably won't be up for a bit. And as always, keep it real.